Hey everyone, Muckle Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV here, and let's talk about Druid Ranger pets. A few things changed recently which may have changed which pet is the best for different situations. Druid pets lost the minus 20% penalty to all stats. The Fanged Iboga, previously the highest DPS pet when attacking on its own, got some nerfs. Cats got a bug fix that affected their damage that was in the game for years. Now, many druid pets are situational. You bring a Jacaranda when you need to immobilize, the White Tiger for Aegis, the Fanged Iboga for pulls, but when you have everything you need already, which pet does the most damage? Remember, this is primarily for druid and core ranger. Soul Beast and Untamed have other factors involved that I'm not covering here. Here's how I did the test. I went to the special ops room and applied all boons to myself and my pet with the console. I then created an average hitbox enemy golem and gave it all conditions. I then went to each pet and let it attack the golem for at least 60 seconds. If the pet's F2 skill did more damage than its base attacks, then I would set the F2 to autocast. Despite you getting two pets with the hyena, it did terrible. I don't think it's been balanced since launch. The Morello is of the bear family, and I didn't expect much of them. The bears excel at vitality and toughness, making them excellent open world tanks, but not DPS. The Moas, Drakes, Pigs, and Canines are more bruisers than glass cannons. Devourers and Spiders have hardly ever been useful since I've personally started playing this game, also pulling in low numbers. The baby Siege Turtle has a bite attack it only uses when close to an enemy, but it will not approach an enemy, so I purposefully positioned it right on top of the golem to show the highest possible damage. Was still bad. Useful if you need it to block projectiles, but that's it. Smoke Scale is of course excellent in PvP with its guaranteed hits, knockdown, and smoke field, but in terms of raw DPS, came up short. The Phoenix might do good damage if it didn't have such long animations. It spends a very long time on its beam attack and also running back to the target after it has charged off. The Wallow is one of the new pets, so I didn't know what to expect from it, but it pulled in at 1450. Hawks of the bird family did 1500. The unfortunate thing about the birds is that they stop attacking to apply swiftness to allies periodically, effectively wasting DPS time. The Fire Wyvern came in at 1700. Similar to the Phoenix, it suffers from really long animations. The Bristleback, also at 1700, started at 4K with its F2 opener, but then fell off hard, so it has nice bursts for a few seconds. White Tiger at 1750. The White Tiger has a skill which teleports to its target, does a hit, then teleports back to its original location. Unfortunately, when it uses this in melee range, it teleports to its current position, hits, then teleports away, then runs back. This behavior causes it to waste DPS time every time the skill comes available and makes it fall below other cats. Still useful when you need Aegis. The Fanged Iboga clocked in at 2K on an idle golem. This is important because if the enemy was proccing the confusion, it would take more damage. This means the Iboga's 2K is a baseline, and if the enemy is attacking fast, it would take much more damage than that. On slower attacking enemies though, you have more options. Next is the Tiger at 2050, which also helps with Fury uptime if you need it. Most druids already have that covered. Next is Jacaranda at 2150, and with high burst potential from the lightning strikes. This is also my favorite open world pet. It is tanky, self-healing, and also does good damage for a pet. Due to the lightning hitting multiple targets, it also has good cleave potential. Lynx and Sandlion made the top of the list at 2217 and 2230 DPS respectively. However, since the Sandlion's blind is a soft CC, which is just a little extra in terms of utility, it came out the winner for single target damage on slow hitting mobs in my book. Once again, the Iboga will pull ahead if a mob is attacking fast enough. Lastly, I did a comparison between Rock Gazelle and Electric Wyvern, the two most popular crowd control pets. Both of them do about the same breakbar damage with their combos, around 400 each. The Gazelle does a tiny bit more. However, I wondered which did the most DPS after the interrupt was done. Gazelle clocked in at 1350 DPS, largely due to the idiot running off with his charge and walking back repeatedly, and the Wyvern clocked in at 1750. And that's it. With this knowledge, I can click a few buttons to swap a pet out and squeeze out more damage for the group on future content without any additional clicks during the fight. And I found testing this to be interesting, and I hope you did too. Once again, these differences are minimal. If you need a certain pet for a utility reason, make sure to take that one. But outside of that, I hope this helps.